Hey guys, it's Dario from Infamous Automotive. I'm just going to show you an upcoming project that I have for me personally. I've always wanted to do a super cheap LS swap. And I've done enough of them now that I kind of know what works, what doesn't, how to do it cheaper than anybody else. So I'll just show you a few things that I just picked up, and then eventually I'll do a video of the car and all that kind of stuff. But this is the motor, cam, turbo, ECU, all that stuff. Um, and I'll give you a quick walk around of everything that I got going on. Got a bunch of stuff going on in the shop. Turbo LS S10, Turbo LS Fox body. There's a Corvette way back there getting turboed soon. LS is everywhere, turbos everywhere, like usual. Uh, Here I'll give you a quick walk around of the motor and everything else. So here we got it's a 2005 6-liter. I bought this on half price day. I didn't really need it, but it was just kind of one of those easy pulls where the transmission was already missing and the rad support was missing and all that kind of stuff. So it's the basic. It's probably got the better rods. I think it's a 2005, 2004. I haven't pulled the pan yet, but it has the 13 mil valley cover bolts and the 13 mil exhaust manifold bolts. Well, the ones that aren't broken. And then while I was at the junkyard, because you only have to pay for what you take out the door. So I swapped the drive-by wire intake for a drive-by cable one. And it also has the return style rail, because as you've seen in probably other videos like mats and stuff, the rails, the stock return style fuel rails will get you pretty far. I got this motor complete as could be. Like, this is as complete as you would get is as if you were buying a running and driving truck and you were just pulling the motor out. So I got alternator, power steering. They threw in the fan, which I won't be using. I got rad hoses. I got coils, starter, and pretty much everything. I ended up getting the ECU. I've already thinned out the harness, added the little fuse box. I got a 411 PCM from the junkyard too, because when you go through on half price day and you buy a motor, they only charge you $10 extra for each accessory. So I paid $10 for the water, or for the power steering pump. I paid $10 for the alternator. I paid $10 for the starter, and I paid $10 for the ECU. And I think I paid $5 or $10 for the harness. So in total, a turnkey 6-liter with a cable throttle body, return style rails. I even got the throttle cable and all that kind of stuff. It was $235 out the door. There's a bunch of cores and all that kind of bullshit on there, but I'm just doing it. I paid $235, like I have nothing to return. So this is a $235 turnkey LS sans fuel system. It's got the smaller square coils. They work. We've made lots of power with them. One of the reasons I went with a 6-liter, mostly budget-wise, even though I could have swapped it at the junkyard, but I wasn't going to pull a transmission to get to the flex plate, was it has the proper flat flex plate on it with the spacer to do a turbo 400 or a turbo 350 or something like that with it. So that's that part. I always end up, when I'm at the junkyard, I always try to grab a Tarus fan on half price day too, because they're $15. So it's kind of hard to go wrong with a 4000 CFM fan, 2 speeds, for $15. The turbo I'm going to run on this project, I got off LS1 Tech. It's a 7875. I'm pretty sure the guy's username was Slow Sedan. He ended up going to one of the billet 84s from On3. This is a, like I said, 78, 75. Paid $250 for it. If they weren't as cheap already at $399, but this project is going to be super cheap. So if you can find the deals, you might as well grab them. Only weird thing about this one is he cut the flange shorter for the air filter, which I don't give a shit about. But that's that. And I also like being a guinea pig for a lot of the stuff that I try out for customer stuff. I don't usually put stuff in customers' cars that I've never tried myself, because the last thing customers want to be doing when they come to a shop for your expertise is being a guinea pig. So I ended up picking up, I was searching on eBay for super cheap ass cams. And I've found a bunch. I've ran the Speedmaster ones. We've had luck with that. I've ran the typical sloppy stage 1 and stage 2s. But then I was searching on eBay and I came across, I was searching cams and I was narrowing my results, because if you search LS1 cam on eBay, you get about 10,000 things. And there was a thing that came up and it said remanufactured. So I clicked on it and this was one of the cams. There's a shop in Plano, Texas. I think one of the guys on the main sloppy page actually has a cam from there. I can't remember which guy it is, but it's a reground. It's a reground 98 LS1 cam out of a Corvette. So it already had a little bit of lift, but this cam is 228, 588 lift on a 114. So I'm gonna give it a try. This is the awesome cam card that they sent with me. So let's see if I can get that to focus. Probably the fanciest cam card I've ever had. So I was actually gonna give them a call and see what the intake center line was or something, just so if I can mess around with it and degree it or whatever. And I'll take the cam out of the package here, just so you can see the actual back of the cam where it's still shows the original barcode and the original number, and it's a 0964, which is a, and then they just stabbed 228 onto it. So I'm gonna give it a try. I'm pretty sure it takes 50 thou longer push rods, but I have a set of used Speedmaster push rods, which I bought off of a buddy for 20 bucks. They were only $35 brand new, but I'll try anything once. So that's pretty much what I got for this project coming up. I got some cheap $35 ICT billet motor mounts, because this is going in a GM chassis, so I just have to adapt the factory mounts. I got a $100 cheap ass B&M torque converter for it. And I got a couple other things in store, but we're just gonna chop up the manifolds, weld some shit on, and kind of make this super cheap, decap the injectors, and tune it on HB tuners with just a cheap brick style 2 or 3 bar map. So that's that part of it. Tomorrow, hopefully, if the weather's good, because it's the middle of winter here, I'll do a quick video of the car. It's a total piece of shit, but I managed to sell the motor out of it and a couple other things, so I have absolutely nothing into the car, but it should be an interesting project for what I'm trying to do with it, which is go 9s for $2,000, including the car. So we'll see how that works out. I'll probably cut to the walk around video, or I'll do a separate video for the walk around. I'm not totally sure. Thanks for watching this, and stay tuned.